All right. Hello, you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm sorry that we got a bit of a late start. That was totally my fault. I will apologize. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you being here with us. There are lots of things I want to talk about before launch. So, of course, I am super excited that we have a date. It's official. It's 6 days away, less than 6 days even, because we're almost through. We're almost through today. So, I, first of all, just want to say thank you so much to all of you who are here. I know some of you guys have been with us over the last few months, had said yes right from the beginning, right from the idea of Bravenly before there was even a name. It was just being called blankety blank. And some of you have just recently said yes. Regardless, I know that it's a process, right? Being in a company that has not even launched yet is not easy. It has its obstacles, it has its hurdles. We don't have a product that we're on, that we're testing, that we have stories about. So what we've been doing up until now is literally sharing the vision of this company, is sharing Aspen's story and the history that she has in this industry and what she has done, who she is as a person, who her family is, and what their dreams are. And so as much as I love doing that, it's definitely not the easiest thing all the time. And so some of us have seen that. So I'm going to address some of that stuff tonight. But I just wanted to get on here and just thank you guys so much for sticking with it. So even through the hard times, because I know there's been some days that have been difficult, you've stuck with us and you've been incredible. And I'm just so excited to see everybody that's on this call tonight. I am so excited that in just 6 days, we get to call ourselves officially Bravenly Brand Partners. And I just cannot wait to see what this team does. I know we have already exploded and we're going to continue to do the same thing, but just thank you guys. I know I've said this to lots of you before, but it's definitely something that I don't want you guys to take for granted what we get to build in. Aspen, as you know, has built to the top of a few different companies, actually, as a top income earner. She also has worked on the corporate side of things, and she has also been a co-founder of a company. And so she brings to the table so much experience in so many different areas. And when she built this company, it truly blows my mind what she was capable of doing, and in such a short time frame. I know for us it seemed like it has taken so long, but when I tell you guys that we're literally building in her dream company, we truly are doing that, you guys. I mean, they didn't let money be the determining factor of any decision that they made. Like, that she literally went all in on every single aspect of this company. And I am just so blessed to be able to say that I'm building in her dream company, because it's not just some other CEO starting a company. It's somebody that knows this business inside and out. And I just hope that you guys understand that, you still see that vision, and that you can explain that vision and show that vision to these people that you're talking to over the next 6 days. I know we still don't have products in our hands, but we will very soon. But there is still so much that we can offer to people. The doors have not opened yet. There's still incredible spots. This is still ground floor. Yes, we've gone through the pre-launch process, but this is still a huge, huge, huge opportunity. And now is the time that we have got to get loud about it. Over the next 6 days, I want you guys to be louder and prouder than you have been this entire pre-launch process, because it's happening. We have a date. That is something to get super excited about, super loud about. And I'm going to give you guys some action steps that I want you to be using over the next 6 days. And there's going to be some prizes involved with it too. I'm going to be giving away some gift cards. So you're incentivized to do these things, okay? So if you want to start writing these down, I'm just going to kind of go through, I'll give you the bullet points, and then I am going to go into details on each of these. But so step one is obviously either being on this call live tonight, so you can check that off if you're here, or watching it within the next 24 hours. Okay, so that's okay if they couldn't make it on the call tonight. If you have teammates that are going to watch this and within the next 24 hours, they'll still be eligible. Okay, first thing that's going to be on that list, and it may or may not seem important to you depending on how many people you have joining you on this adventure. Some of us just got in and don't have anybody that's coming along with us yet. That's okay. Okay. But then there's others that do have 1, 2, 3, maybe 20 people that are joining them. Step one is to make sure that you contact your direct sponsor, so the person you are personally enrolling with, and let them know if you have anyone joining with you. And if you do, a list of names. Okay, that's going to be so, so, so important as we're figuring out structure. So a list of names of everyone you are personally enrolling. And if they have anyone joining with them, we would like you to list those people as well under the person that they are joining with. Okay, and I'd like you to get your initial list to your sponsor within the next 24 hours, whenever you're watching this, and then keep updating that list. If you get yeses over the course of the next 6 days, continue to update that list and send it to your sponsor. Okay, so that's step one. Step two, we were going to talk a little bit about first orders. Okay, so you guys know that there's a first order bonus that is attached to first orders, but we want to kind of go through and explain the first order process to you guys. I have definitely talked in detail with most of our leaders as far as what their thoughts are on the first order. Okay, so as you guys know, there's a first order bonus attached to any order that you place at the time that you sign up or within the next 3 days. So they understand you're going to get in for your $50. Maybe you don't have the money right at the time that you sign up, to purchase whatever products you want to. So they're giving you 3 days in order to put that first order in. The thing that not everybody understood about that or saw, because it's a very little blip at the bottom of the image about the first orders, is that only 25% of the BV, so the bonus value that is attached to those products, is actually going into the tree from your first order. Okay, so I know that's confusing. I'm gonna kind of give you just some examples. Let's pretend that you have an order that has 100 BV attached to it, and you place that order with your first order. Okay, only 25% of that, so only 25 BV, is actually going into the tree to help you promote and to help your teammates promote. Okay, so as leaders, what we said is, obviously this first month, there's going to be a huge influx of volume that is coming in because so many brand partners are getting in, and because so many excited ambassadors are coming in, and even excited customers that are looking to buy retail. But because of that huge influx of volume, obviously it's going to make it a lot easier for a lot of you guys to hit promotions. It's going to make it a lot easier to go after those ranks, to get those one-time rank bonuses. And so it is going to be important that we leave as much volume in the tree as possible. So what a lot of us have told our teams as a whole is, we're okay with not getting a bonus on your first order. Okay, so if you want to place a first order of maybe 1 product or 2 products, maybe you have to have all 3 products and you want to put those in your first order. If you decide to do that, that's great. But as leaders, what most of us are doing and what we're coaching people to do is maybe just purchase 1 or 2 products, and then you can turn around literally 5 minutes later, you guys, and add whatever else you want to a new order where all of your volume is going to count towards your promotion. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about the $2.99 kit. So they just kind of sprung this on us yesterday, and it's super exciting. I'll be very honest, I'm glad that we have a kit option. I think it's incredible. It is going to help some people. It's going to make the decision for when they join a lot easier. Not everybody wants to have to go, okay, a la carte, what do I want to add? So I love that they have a kit option available. But I did talk to corporate today, and I flat out asked them, do you want us to push this $2.99 kit? Is this something that corporate thinks we're going to get a ton of people buying into when we first launch? And their answer was no, it's okay. If we were building in the company, we would pay $50 to join, and we would do a very small first order, and then we would turn around and we would place a bigger order so we had all of the volume. The reason we're giving you the $2.99 kit is for the long run. We want people to be able to see that value, because in the long run, we don't have this huge influx of volume coming in. And so it's not going to make a huge, impact on your business in the long term after this first launch month, right? So it is an incredible option to have, because that $2.99 kit, I don't know exactly what is in it yet. They're going to tell us on Monday on the call, just so you guys know. They will have that decision made by Monday, and likely that kit will change over time, just so you guys know. It will not always be the same products. But what that $2.99 kit is doing is it's giving them product. When they're purchasing that product, though, the business kit of $49.99 technically ends up being free. So if you want to poise it that way to people in the future, that is kind of what they're trying to do, is people that get in and they're dedicated to, I want to start with a bunch of product, it kind of eliminates that $49.99. So just so you guys know, I want to be totally upfront, but as leaders, we have discussed it, and I have told the leaders, if there are leaders that are on here that are going, no, I want my first order bonus, go ahead and place a big first order, they will reach out to you and they will tell you that. Okay. I know that I've talked to, and you guys can throw it in the chat, leaders, if you want to, and just say like, what you're thinking. But all the leaders I have talked to have said they would rather see their teams promote and see their teams rank up month one and get all of the volume possible. Okay. So if that's not the case and your leader really wants you to place a huge first order, they will reach out and they will tell you that. Okay. But most of us have collaborated and decided that no, they are okay with not getting the first order bonus. We're fine with that. We would rather pass up that money and see you guys promote and see you hit those ranks and see you take away those bonuses. So that was step 2, is talk to your upline and make sure they know what you are going to do about your first order. Okay. Talk through that process with them. And we're not telling you what you have to do. We're just telling you we are okay with not taking a bonus on your first order. Okay. Step 3 is follow up with every single person that you have talked to. And I know this can be hard, you guys. Sometimes we go, oh no, that person ignored me, so I don't want to follow up with them. Follow up with them. We have a launch date now. It's entirely different. This is so much different than us talking to somebody a month ago, 2 months ago, even a week ago when we didn't have a launch date. Now that we have a date on the calendar and you're able to go back and talk to people and let them know, hey guys, we are launching in 5 days. It's different. It definitely hits different when you guys are getting in their inbox. So follow up with every single person that you have already talked to. And we've got the incredible 13-minute Meet Bravenly now, you guys. Use that. If they are somebody that's like, yeah, I will take a look now. Now that I know when you're launching, I will take a look. Use that 13-minute Meet Bravenly. I've sent it out so many times over the last few days and I've gotten incredible feedback. So use the tools that we have. So that's step 3, follow up with everyone. Step 4 is a countdown. So it can be a countdown on your social media posts. It can be a countdown on your stories. It can be a combination of both, but we want a countdown every single day. So tomorrow you should be posting 5 days until launch. You can go live and talk about the fact that it's 5 days until launch. You can do a post. You can do a cute Mosho video. I did a little Canva video in my story today. But make sure that you have, if you're putting it in your story, make sure that there's an interaction button. So do a poll or do, something where they can swipe up to message you, but some sort of interaction on your countdown every single day until we launch. So that's step 4, is a countdown every day. And then step 5 is I want you guys to get in 3 new conversations every single day. So those can be people that are commenting on your countdown saying, oh, looks great, I want to hear more, whatever their comments are. It can be those people. It can be people that you have been following that you just, want to reach out to. I'm not saying go cold message all of these 3 people. I'm saying start a conversation. It doesn't have to be, will you take a look at Bravenly? I just want you to start a conversation, get in a good, genuine conversation with someone. But yeah, if they're commenting on your stuff and they're saying, hey, I'm excited, I want to hear about it, by all means, go for it, right? If they're asking for the info, give them the info. But 3 new conversations every day. So over the next 5 days. And then the last one is to be on the call on Monday night. It is going to be so important that you are on that call. Corporate is going to give us a ton of information, a ton of details about what this is going to look like on Tuesday. Some of you have been in a company that has launched before. Although all launches look different. Okay, I've been in a company that launched as well, but it looked different than this. We were able to enroll before our customers were actually able to order. So it's still a different process. So make sure that you are on that call on Monday. So those are the steps that are going to the action steps that are going to get you entered into the gift card giveaways. Okay, what I want you to do is just have some sort of proof of those and send it to your upline, and then your upline can send it to me. Okay, if you feel more comfortable sending it directly to me, that's fine, you can do that. But as long as you're getting with your upline and they get back to me, then you guys are good and you're eligible. Other things that I want you guys to do, these aren't part of the action steps, but they're just things that I think are really important to be doing and to be setting yourself up for success when we do launch on Tuesday. And that is making some images. So the images I might be making right now are welcome images for people that are joining your team. Also, congrats on promoting. I know that that's a little soon because people haven't promoted quite yet. but be ready. You know, if there's people that you know are going to hit ranks, make those images. Okay. So congrats on promoting images. And the last one, and the one I'm super excited for because we can start posting right now, we don't have to wait until we launch, is we can start doing some images for like congratulations. And I wouldn't word it this way, but basically if somebody is charted to hit a rank, okay, so let's just, I'm going to throw a name out there. Okay, let's say Tammy Evans is charted to hit VP. I can make an image for her and I can share it to her wall and just congratulate her on, we're still pre-launch. We haven't even launched this company yet. We're launching in 5 days. And how amazing is Tammy? She is already set up to hit the second, third, you know, whatever highest rank in the company. How incredible is this? You know, on day one, when she gets all those customers in, she's going to hit the second part of this and her promotion is going to be in the bag. You know, something like that. I don't like to say she's charted for something because people that don't know a whole lot about this industry don't necessarily know what that means. But when when you say like she's already completed step 1 of her promotion, or if you say she is set up to promote, the month we launch, to the second, third highest rank in the company. The only thing with those, you guys, is we do have to make sure that we are posting the income disclosure images with those. So you would want to post that in the comments just so that it's there with it. We want to make sure that we are doing everything as compliant as possible. So if you're doing those, just make sure you post. We've got those images on Bravenly Nation. We also have them in the Rise Up team page. But just make sure in the comments that you are posting that along with it. But this could create some serious excitement over the next 5 days, just going like, holy cow, I want to join that team. She's already set up to hit that rank. So that is potentially something that could definitely be a team builder for you guys. So I wouldn't ignore that. Let's see what else. I'm going through all my notes here. Sorry, guys. Okay, next is, if you guys haven't watched the units yet on Bravenly Nation, watch those. They are incredible. Go through them. I'm not saying you have to sit down and watch every single one of them, in a row. Take some time, just do one here and there. But definitely watch those. If you haven't, they're a really, really good place to start. The other thing is, as leaders, I know most of you have watched those units, but it's a really good thing to go through those units and kind of use them as a reminder, number one. And also number two, kind of be thinking of who on your team could benefit from watching maybe certain units and tag them in those units so that they can go in and watch those over the next few days. Next one is we have some power hours that our team is hosting. So I know, Mickey, you are hosting power hours. Correct me if I'm wrong, you can throw it in the chat, but I think Monday through Thursdays at 7 a.m. Mickey is hosting a power hour each morning. And you guys are all more than welcome to hop on that. She has told us it's totally fine for you guys to get on that. I know Melissa and Jessica, I believe, were hosting them different times, and we can definitely get the images out there. Actually, both Mickey and Melissa and Jess, if you guys don't mind throwing the image right on the team page so that everybody has access to it, that would be incredible. But there's some that are in the evenings, Mickey's are in the morning, but we've got lots of power hours that you guys can get on up until the day that we launch. So those will be awesome to get on as well. If you've never done one, just hop on and do it for the first time, right? It's good to know what they're all about. And at least, even if you can't get on it every single time, to know what those steps are so that you can do those on your own. Then let's see. Last thing I wanted to kind of touch base on is making sure that you're reaching out to your team. I know a lot of people have, maybe some people said yes 2-3 months ago to this, and you've been in some communication with them, but maybe not as often as you'd like. And so I want to make sure you guys are all following up with your teams. Send a message and just, let them know. I want to make sure you know that we have a launch date set for December 8th. I want to see if there's any way that I can help you. You can send them the link to this recording so that we can help them through this process. I'll be honest, you guys, I've had a few people reach out to me today and say, I'm so bummed. I thought so-and-so was getting in and they decided now that we have a launch date that they're not ready for it. You guys, that's going to happen. Like I said, some people have been here since 3 months ago. And so they've kind of just been waiting it out, going, okay, when are we going to launch? I haven't tried the products. There was kind of a lull in excitement for some people that have been here for a while. That's normal. It doesn't mean that they don't want to try the products and be your customer, right? So talk to them about that. It's okay for people to decide right now that they're not ready to say yes next week. It does not mean that they are not going to say yes in a month, in 2 months. I do not want this to be something that affects your business at all. If you have had someone say in the last 24 hours, I just don't think it's my time yet. I'm not ready to commit at the time of launch. It's okay. You are not the only people. Okay. I want you to first and foremost know that, and know that it's just not their time, and there's nothing wrong with that. And their time may come. Hey, Austin, their time may come just a little bit further down the road. Okay. So that's okay. So I know some of you are feeling kind of those heavy feelings today, and I just wanted to put it out there. You're not alone. And it's not surprising. This happens with every company when they launch. Okay. Now people are like, holy cow, it's legit. They have a date. It's time to get in. Maybe I need to pump the brakes for just a little bit, and that's totally okay. But guess what? On the flip side of that, there are people that have been sitting there going, no, I'm not going to do this yet. They don't have a launch date. They don't know when they're launching. I don't know when I can get products. And guess what? Now's the time. We have a launch date. We know when we can get products. We know that we can get them in their hands. So now is the time to be in those conversations with those people that have been waiting for months and months and months. So on the flip side, right, we can flip this all around. We can turn it all around. I know you guys are bummed about those couple people that, maybe aren't ready right now, but for every one of those people that are not ready right now, there's 10 more that are ready. It's just our job to make sure we're reaching out to them, we're following up with them, and we're having the conversations. So just wanted to make sure I brought that up. Like I said, I got a couple messages today and people were a little bit bummed out. So please don't be bummed. This is launch week, you guys. We've got 6 days. We need nothing but feelings of excitement right now. So don't let that stuff bring you down. All right. Last few things I want to talk about is the day that we actually launch. And I know corporate's going to talk a little bit more about this on the call on Monday, but just so you guys are hearing it from us, launch day is going to be crazy. The way that this works is basically like a telephone tree. Okay. So I'm going to get a phone call that says, congrats, Nikki, you get to get in the system, and I'm going to get on. So I don't want you guys to think at 11 a.m., boom, you're going to go to the website and you're going to be able to enroll. That's not how it's going to work. Okay. With all of us getting in and having all these enrollments, it's going to be kind of a game of telephone. So as soon as I enroll, I'm going to send a text message to every one of my people that I'm personally enrolling. And I'm going to say, here's my link. Congratulations. It's time for you to sign up. They're going to sign up. They're going to get their own link. And then what are they going to do? The exact same thing that I just did. They're going to text it to all of their personally enrolled. Congratulations. It's time to sign up. Here's my link. So you guys, as you can see, it's not going to be a fast process. It might take a little while. So just because launch is at 11 a.m. on Tuesday does not mean that you're going to get in at 11 a.m. on Tuesday. So be patient. Know that there's plenty of products. Okay, they have ordered plenty of inventory, so don't stress about that. You will get in the system. Am I promising that it's going to be within the first hour, 2 hours, 12 hours, even 24? No, we have to be patient. We're going to speed it up as much as possible. A lot of us that have people on our team that have said, I can't sign up, right away. We're taking, our brand partners' information so that we can get them in the system so that we can, keep the ball rolling, just so you guys know. So we will do it as fast as possible, but be patient and know that it might take a little bit of time. And then also they did talk a little bit last night about expectations as far as shipping. So to be honest, it does sound like our company is going to have amazing shipping, like the speed of the time of packaging and the speed of shipping does sound like it's going to be pretty incredible. But week 1, it's going to be a lot slower. Plus, they're still feeling the impact of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, COVID. So a lot of people are already doing online shopping. So just set the bar really, really low, you guys. Like I'm literally going to tell my customers it could be 14 days before you see your products. Then if they see their products in 5 days, guess what? They're going to be blown away and it's going to be incredible. And this company is amazing. But set those standards really low for shipping just in case. Okay. Again, they'll talk about that on Monday, I'm sure, but let's see what else. Oh, the holding tank. Okay. So as you guys get teammates that are coming into the system, it is going to be super, super, super important that you do not move them out of the holding tank. Okay. As you guys can imagine, we've got lots and lots and lots of different charts and structure and things kind of mapped out. You guys probably know already what you're charted for and what you're trying to go after as far as a rank up in a promotion that first month. All of that could change if even one person is placed in the wrong spot. So when I say be super, super patient, just be patient. They can sit in the holding tank for 30 days and it's not going to affect anything. Their customers can still order. They're still going to get a paycheck. None of that changes. Okay. So please know that there's no rush to move anybody out of the holding tank. You do not want to move them out of the holding tank until you have a conversation with your upline to make sure that everything is going the right way. Okay. I just want to make sure for you guys' sake that if you have a rank advancement on the line, that just because there's one person that gets moved to the wrong spot, that it doesn't totally ruin that for you. And like I said, long term in your business, it's probably not going to make a huge difference. But in the short term, with so many people getting in the system at the same time, it could be a huge impact on your business. So just be patient. Don't move anybody out of that holding tank until you know for sure where you are moving them, and you've talked to an upline in regards to that. Last thing that I kind of like order of business is we're talking a lot about group chats lately, and I have talked to corporate about this as well. As you guys know, I have a large chat right now called the Rise Up Chat. That chat started because we didn't know what the legs were going to look like. We didn't know what the structure was going to look like, and we wanted a place for everybody to be able to go and get answers. As you know, that chat does tend to get a little crazy, for lack of a better word. There's a lot of notifications. It can get a little noisy sometimes. But the nice thing is there's always somebody in there to answer a question. Okay. So I've struggled a little bit with what I want to do with that chat. Because number one, I do think it's great for Sidelines to be able to connect. I think it's an incredible opportunity to make connections with people that you otherwise wouldn't be able to because they're not in your normal team chat. I also think it's great because there are people that are there to answer questions really fast. So what we are doing, I'm going to use the team page for all of the announcements, for all of the events, for team recognition, for team incentives. All of that will be handled on the team page, the Rise Up group page. If you're not part of that group, you most definitely want to get added to that group. That is not going to be a place where I'm doing a lot of training. I may go live every once in a while and have some leaders go live in that page, but Bravenly Nation is where you're going to find all of the training. I do have some really basic tools in there as far as albums, just to make it quick and easy for you rather than having to dig through everything on Bravenly Nation. But this isn't going to be a team page that's used for a lot of training. It's going to be used more for just making sure that we spread the word, that we talk about events, that we can do incentives, run incentives, and also that we can recognize each other. I think that's such a huge part of this business. So that's what you will find in the team, in the actual team page. So in that group. So if you're not in it, definitely ask your upline to get you added to that. As far as the chats go, what we've decided to do is we want to create more of a like personally enrolled chat is kind of what we're thinking, right? So anybody that you're bringing into this business, we want to have chats where you're able to connect with all of your personally enrolled in one place. We also realize that let's say you have one person, two people, three people that are getting in with you. Does it make a whole lot of sense to create a group chat for 2, 3, 4 people? Probably not. So if you're getting in and you just have a handful of people that are getting in with you and you don't feel that your team yet is at the size where you need your own group chat, please talk to your sponsor and have your sponsor invite those people into their group until you get to a point where your team is at a size where you should be creating your own group chat. To be honest, I don't think there's a great number for that. I don't think there's a rank necessarily, because of course we're going to have people that are being placed under other people. So I don't want to call out an exact rank or an exact number, but I would say, once you get to the point where you feel like you have a team that you yourself are supporting, then it would be important to start a personally enrolled chat. You will see, so I've got obviously 5 different legs, and you are going to see that there probably will be a chat for each of those legs. Some people are going to choose to add their team to those chats. And of course you have the option not to. I'm always a big believer to add people to things so that they have the access to it, and then they get to choose whether they use those resources or not. So that's going to be up to you guys. I will say this, as far as the Rise Up chat goes, I know that there's a lot of people in it. So if you guys feel that it's too much, please leave that chat and know that I'm not going to be offended. I know that it's a lot. I know that people's phones are going crazy all the time. don't feel bad silencing that chat, and don't feel bad leaving that chat if you need to. Okay. But I have decided that I am going to leave it open because I received an influx of messages today saying, please don't get rid of that chat. Why are you getting rid of that chat? I like the chat. I like to be able to go there and ask for support. And so I won't delete the chat, but I just want you guys to know that if you don't feel that it's a benefit to your business, don't feel bad leaving the chat. Okay. But I will leave it up for now until we decide that it's no longer necessary. But for the time being, I will. But just like I said, don't feel bad. I'm not gonna feel bad if I see 50 people leave the chat after we get off here tonight. I will be using the team page more to guide you guys. So the last thing I do want to wrap up. Sorry guys, I wanted to try to keep it to a half hour, and with my delay that I had there at the beginning, I was not super successful. But the last thing I want to talk about is a team goal. So when we first started this, I had a team goal in mind of how many teammates I wanted to see in our entire organization the day that we launched. And that number's changed over the months, of course. I really didn't know what number I wanted to start with. I really had no idea. And so it has definitely changed over the last couple months. And it definitely, Tammy, yeah, right? No, I really didn't know. At the beginning, I was like, I don't know, maybe 200. That seemed like, it seemed like a good goal. I knew that we were going to have some people coming from the last business, but I also knew that there were a lot of people that weren't ready to get into a startup, that weren't ready to launch a company. It's a lot of weight on your shoulders. And so I kind of, I talked back and forth with Ashley and Aspen. And at one point I decided 250. That was the magic number. 250 was going to be the number of teammates that I wanted to launch with. And then about 2 weeks ago, I was like, I need to bump that up. I need to bump that number up just a little bit. And so I did. I bumped that number up to 300. And you guys were getting really close to that. And so I'm super excited. I'm super proud of all of you. It's incredible to me because I really didn't know, right? I wasn't sure what this was going to look like. I wasn't confident. Am I going to be able to build 5 legs? I mean, there were so many questions a few months ago, and everything that has happened and everything that has transpired in the last couple of months has just literally blown my mind. And so I want to just tell you guys how proud I am. Our team builds really, really organically. A lot of us are face-to-face people that build, with our neighbors, with our friends, with our family. And so it just blows my mind to think that as a team, we were able to get to the number that we're at right now. And to think that we might be able to get to 300 in the next 6 days before next week, Tuesday. And so what I am going to do is I'm going to set that goal at 300. That's going to be the bar that I would love to get to. But then I want to do a reward as well if we do get there. So what I'm going to do, starting right after this call, if you get anyone that's new that decides that they want to join. So if we add to this list to get to 300, if you get somebody that says, yes, I want to start the business, and they join next week, you are going to get an entry for each one of those people that say yes to this. So if you get 5 people to say yes to this business in the next 6 days, you're going to get 5 entries. And I am going to give away a $100 gift card to one lucky person. So I really would love for us to go after this huge goal. And you guys were not that far off. I'm not going to give you an exact number because obviously the number kind of goes up and down and it changes, but this is doable. This is a doable goal. It's a reachable goal. And so every person that you get to say yes to this that ends up joining next week is going to get you an entry into that drawing. And then, yeah, I don't know where the gift card will be to. You get to decide where the gift card is to. The winner will get to decide that. So Mickey's down for a pizza party. I mean, yeah, pizza party too. Let's do that. But yeah, so you guys just want to let you know, I am so blown away by what everyone has done. I am so proud of what you guys have done. Aaron and Aaliyah are just laughing over there. I hate this. I usually do this on Zooms. I get all giggly and I'm texting people during the Zooms. Tammy, are you laughing too? Oh man. Anyways, so I am just so excited. I know you guys are thrilled that we finally have a launch date. The time has come, and I just need you to know I am so proud of you. I believe in you. I know you guys see the power of this business. I know you guys see the vision that this company has, and what Aspen is building here. So go out and share that over the next 6 days. Be excited, be screaming from the rooftops about how excited we are. I know, like I said, it's been a long process, but you guys we're at the finish line. And the next 5-6 days are going to be torture, right? I know every day is going to be slow. Every day is going to feel like it's like snail's pace, but we're going to be there before we know it. I am so proud of each of you. I cannot believe what this team is stacking up and looking like. You guys have such a huge, huge place in my heart. I am so proud of every single one of you. I cannot wait to do this with you. 6 more days, you guys, and our dream company is launching. Yay, 6 days. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to unmute. I'm going to stop the recording right now so that they don't have to watch that part of it. But if you guys have questions, please let me know.